see here the weight difference between Brett Rogers and Alexander Volkov. 225.25 versus 265.75. Throw that out the window. Brett Rogers is at least 275, 280 right now in the cage.
Two wildly different body types, two wildly different striking styles. Get ready for heavyweight tournament quarterfinal number 3. Here's Michael Williams.
From Horseshoe Casino, Bellator Fighting Championships now presents 3 5-minute rounds here in the heavyweight tournament quarterfinal round. Brought to you by Everlast, Unleash Your Warrior, and by Pink Lemonade 5-Hour Energy, proud supporter of the Avon Foundation for Women Breast Cancer Crusade. And now first, introducing the red corner at 6'7", weighing in at 225.25 pounds. Tonight, making his U.S. debut, he brings 16 professional victories, just 3 defeats. From Moscow, Russia, introducing Alexander Drago Volkov. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 6'5", weighing in at 265.75 pounds. As a professional, 12 victories, 4 defeats. From St. Paul, Minnesota, presenting Brett "The Grin" Rogers. And the third man inside the cage, referee Rob Hines.
Vinicius Queiroz and Richard Hale have already booked their place in the semifinal round of this heavyweight tournament. The winner of this third heavyweight tournament quarterfinal round fight joins those two in the final 4. The bell in round number 1. Alexander Volkov is in the white trunks. Brett Rogers is in the blue trunks.
Question is, can Volkov establish his range? He's got to keep Brett Rogers at a distance.
Short inside kick by Rogers. Volkov comes to MMA from Kyokushin Karate, a very unusual striking style for MMA. It's definitely not Muay Thai, it's definitely not kickboxing or boxing.
No, it certainly isn't. I've done Kyokushin in Japan, and man, their kicks come from a variety of angles. Not just that tie kick, man. Axe kicks, front kicks, side kicks, they throw everything.
Right punches from Volkov. Straight right hand by Rogers and the counter left by Volkov.
I don't think this is a game Rogers wants to get into, playing in the center of the cage.
Spinning back kick by Volkov, partially defended.
And he's got to close the distance and make this about his grappling and top game. So he's kind of hanging out on the outside. It's not what you want to do when you're outranged.
This is the range that Volkov wants, make no mistake. Straight left jab by the 6'7" tall Russian. 1-2 by Volkov. Left hand by Volkov. Straight right hand, and the inside kick backs off Rogers.
Stay right here.
Time called by referee Rob Hines.
Mouthpiece came out.
Good. All right, gentlemen.
Great stoppage by Rob Hines. It's a neutral situation. Call time, mouthpiece back in.
Russians don't even wipe that off. They put it right back in his mouth. I don't need any water. Going right back to work, throwing combinations. This is what you don't want, a striker at his range and comfortable. Volkov now starting to open up. He's getting comfortable in there. Want to disrupt his timing.
Watch the open hand coming out, Brett.
Rogers felt this would be an easy fight. It still may be for him, but it's not right now.
Never, ever think a fight is going to be easy. Think it's going to be hard, and if it ends up easy, great. You got to be mentally prepared for a long, difficult fight.
Volkov partially checking that Rogers kick. Volkov slowly walking down Brett Rogers. Almost a savant-like kick to the stomach.
It's hard to understand what Brett Rogers is doing here, hanging out on the outside, not bullying in, not using his weight advantage. He's getting picked apart on the outside here.
Bouncing the step of Alexander Volkov.
You see Brett Rogers hesitating, he's waiting.
Kick caught. Head kick attempt. Rogers backs out again. Rogers did block the head kick, but could not block the right hand. Now Rogers inside where he wants to be.
I thought we'd see this a lot sooner. Man, good angling by Volkov. I like his footwork here.
Straight right hand. Knee by Volkov. Rogers letting go with the uppercuts and a good left hand.
And some Blood coming out of the nose of Volkov from those uppercuts. And both guys landing right hands. Brett Rogers, though, moving backward. That's going to take a lot of power off the shots. Volkov is the one stepping in.
Three-punch combination, kick caught again.
Brett Rogers are looking very tired right now. Look, he's anticipating. He's waiting for Volkov to come in and reacting. That's not what you want to do, especially if counter-punching isn't your game. That's not really Brett Rogers' game. He's at his best when he's moving forward.
Rogers made it clear. Close the distance, take Volkov down, finish with ground and pound.
Great strategy has not been implemented.
He's only closed the distance once and he didn't find much success in the pocket. Rogers backing away with that left hook. Volkov coming forward with those tight, straight punches. Volkov definitely bleeding now out of the nose. It's flowing out of the right nostril. Then the head kick that's blocked by Rogers. Jimmy, you and I have done a number of fights in Russia. We can almost promise you Volkov with the bloody nose does not care. Just like not rinsing off the mouthpiece, just not a big deal. Volkov walking down Rogers with those punches, then the kick, then the right hand.
He's moving in, and Brett Rogers isn't going to the takedown, isn't closing in as Volkov gets aggressive. He's just covering up. That's not going to win him the fight. He's starting to get very bloodied in there, Sean.
And the head kick attempt by Alexander Volkov. Rogers looking for the takedown just before the bell to end round number 1. We'll go to round 2.
I want you to relax. I want you to relax. Come on. Breathe it. Breathe it. Come close to me. Breathe the whole time.
Into the corner of Brett Rogers.
Okay, listen. Let's see what we can do, okay? Let's look for the takedown. I know you can make it. I know you can make it. Give some water. Breathe. Breathe with me. Deep breath. Deep breath. Right. Listen to me. You have it. You gotta go back over there. And then you gotta let it go. You get him shot. He's not breathing anymore. He's not breathing anymore. Okay?
Breathe through his nose, man. You gotta hit him with the
Listen to me. Breathe again. Deep breathing. Right. And again. There we go. Good. You wanna?
There's uppercuts there too, up the middle. When he steps in off your jab, the right uppercut is there all day up the middle. The right uppercut.
Okay.
Right
Come here.
uppercut.
You can do it.
He's ducking in off his jab. He's ducking in off his jab.
Come on.
Heavy breathing by Brett Rogers on his stool. Blood coming out of the nose of Rogers. Blood coming out of the nose of Alexander Volkov as we move to round 2 of heavyweight tournament quarterfinal number 3.
Here we go.
3 judges scoring cage side for the state of Indiana.
Let's go.
Jimmy, on your unofficial scorecard.
Easy, 10-9 Volkov. I didn't like the look on Brett Rogers' face in between rounds. He looked very disheartened. He's got to get mentally back in this fight, because Volkov is having his way right now.
Straight punches again by Alexander Volkov. 6'7", Rogers listed at 6'5". Jimmy, maybe it's the body type, but Volkov looks a lot taller than just a 2-inch height advantage on Rogers.
He looks like he's 2 inches tall right now, hunched over.
It's more like he has about a 4 or 5-inch height advantage.
Yeah, but look at that, playing with the hands, setting up the shot. He's mentally where he wants to be right now.
Rogers trying to pump the jab. Again, coming in, unloading the combos as Volkov, as Rogers pulls away.
In between rounds, his corner said, get in there, take Volkov down. And look, Brett Rogers still playing the outside. He's a sitting duck out here.
Rogers coming into this fight firmly believed that he was faster with his strikes and he was a technically superior striker. Basically, all he gave credit for with Rogers was physical strength. Felt Rogers very basic in striking, very basic in takedowns.
Yeah, basic is great. You gotta throw your punches. I mean, if you have a basic striking game, throw those punches, get something in his face to set up the rest of your game. He's not doing that right now.
Just saw the push kick attempt to the face by Alexander Volkov. Jimmy, do you think that's sending a message?
No, it's establishing range. That's what it's doing. It's establishing range. That's what a push kick is so good at, keeping your opponent on the outside. Brett Rogers playing the outside. I cannot fathom why he is doing that.
Volkov again slowly walking down Brett Rogers on the inside kick. Volkov comes out of Kyokushin and not savate, but he is really pointy with his toes on those body kicks.
Like I said, in Kyokushin, they throw a lot of different kicks and they're very accurate. Trust me, there are some tough dudes. I've had to fight them. A lot of body shots, a lot of leg kicks. They're just well-conditioned athletes.
Just saw the 1-2 by Volkov, right to the body, then looking for the left hook. Rogers trying to fire back with the left jab. Left to the body by Rogers.
But he's just not gonna reach him at this range. You know, he's gotta come in 3, 4, 5 punches, put him against the fence, take him down.
Good right hand by Volkov. And the left.
You see here covering up, not using that aggression as an opportunity to take Volkov down.
That kick didn't get through. Rogers again circles out, back on his bicycle. Another push kick to the chest. Left hook by Rogers.
It could be Rogers just isn't really feeling the knockout power of Volkov. Volkov's hit him a lot of times, hasn't really stunned him, hasn't really rocked him. You know, maybe he's just not getting the respect, and that's why he's not going to take him down. I don't get it.
Rogers tried to change levels, was fishing for a single leg, could not find it. A lot of those Volkov punches are being defended by Rogers, but still the judges are looking at the volume of strikes. They're looking at who is going forward and who is going backwards.
And the fact that Brett Rogers hasn't hit it. I mean, you know, he hasn't really done anything. He's just getting tattooed on the outside. Where is his strategy here? Not understanding.
1:15 remaining in round 2. More big shots by Volkov. Brett Rogers has been inside the pocket exactly once in this fight. He did not find much success.
You see in these reset moments, when he's done throwing his combinations, when Volkov's done throwing at him, Brett Rogers angles off, gets in that range again, and they start over again. You can't allow that to happen. Your opponent finishes throwing combinations, get in his face. That's time for you to throw. And he's not.
Feint with the right hand by Rogers. Feint with the sidestep by Volkov, and again, body kick after the punches.
Look at that combination, 1-2 body kick, and then back to this range again.
Chopping outside kick. Inside kick by Alexander Volkov.
Man, this is coming close to a 10-8 round in my book. He's getting tattooed and doing nothing in response, actually motioning Brett Rogers forward. Man!
Volkov now feeling firmly in control of this fight.
Man, he couldn't be any more in control.
Rogers again circling away, head kick blocked. Volkov still throwing, will throw to the bell. Straight left hand by the Russian. We'll go to a third and final round.
I need the water. I need to breathe it.
Brett, it's the last round.
Listen.
Take some deep breaths. Take a couple of deep breaths.
Give me the ice.
He's gonna come to you. He's gonna come to you, Brett. He's gonna come to you.
Breathe.
Get your jab back on the
I'm gonna
upper
let you
is
stop.
there.
You're gonna win.
He's ducking it off of his shot. You gotta get your jab going.
I want you now. Give everything you have. The last 5 minutes.
Get your jab
Be
going.
more aggressive. Let it go. Let it go. You have it. Okay? Are you listening to me? Okay? Breathing. Yes.
Waiting
Very
too
good.
long, you gotta throw. It's the last
Breathe.
round.
Hale is through to the semifinals of this Season 7 heavyweight tournament. Vinicius Queiroz is also through to the Final Four. The winner of this third heavyweight tournament quarterfinal joins those two. Will it be the Russian Alexander Volkov? Will it be the American Brett Rogers? Into this third and final round of quarterfinal number 3. And Jimmy, on your scorecard.
2017. I gave that last one a 10-8 round for Volkov. Brett Rogers did virtually nothing, got teed off on the whole time.
And Jimmy, very rarely do you score around 10-8.
Yeah, I mean, usually I look for somebody really getting hurt, and that didn't happen. It was complete domination. That's a 10-8 round in my book.
Alexander Volkov's nose was bloodied in round number 1. Came back to bloody Rogers' nose. Volkov not even bothered. has by and large been in firm control of the striking and really set up by the striking distance where he has controlled this fight. And turning inside knee.
He's turning away from that attack. He just looks mentally completely out of this fight, Sean.
Again, coming into this fight, Volkov made it clear, I need striking distance. Rogers made it clear, I need to get inside, chest to chest, into the pocket, take Volkov down, and ground and pound.
And there weren't any surprises here. He knew what he was walking into. And he's been at Volkov's range from start to finish, backpedaling.
This has been all stand-up in this fight.
I have no idea why he is not at least committing to the takedown. You are down 2 rounds to none. You're getting tattooed. Sell out. Get in there, shoot for the takedown, or go for the clinch. What could be worse? You get punched. Well, you're getting punched now.
The mouse has formed under the left eye of Alexander Volkov. Volkov just tapping his own chest there.
Man, this guy's full of confidence right now. And why not? It's been his fight from the beginning. Actually seemed a little frustrated in the last round that Brett Rogers wouldn't engage him. Like, hey, don't let me kick your ass so much. Come out and come after me, and he hasn't. Just not a good performance at all by Brett Rogers. Great one by Volkov. He's doing everything right.
Look at that combination.
That's a Kyokushin kick right there. Quick, sharp angle on it.
Volkov, bloodied in the nose in round 1, has that mouse under his eye that looks pretty bad here in round 3, but trying to think of where that damage came from. Rogers has landed strikes few and far between in this bout.
Could have been those uppercuts in the first round when he caught him underneath the eye. You tell Volkov's not a super hard puncher. He's hit Brett Rogers a lot, has never rocked him.
At 6'7", 225 pounds, he doesn't have the frame to be a super hard puncher. He has the frame to be this, a jackhammer accurate puncher.
Exactly.
Feint with the knee.
Brett Rogers almost looking like he's just fighting to see the final bell. He just doesn't want to get knocked out.
Rogers feinting with the jab, straight right hand by Volkov, did not get through.
Hey, might as well get knocked out. At least maybe you won't remember this fight. That's good news.
I'll give you line of the year on that. Rogers coming in, looking for the takedown. Now in the pocket, and pays for it with that overhand right by Volkov.
Just didn't commit to that takedown.
Another high volume of punches from Volkov. How confident now does the 23-year-old Russian Alexander Volkov look in this fight, making his US and Bellator debut?
Don't expect these Russian fighters to run out of gas. They come in great shape generally.
Crowd getting restless here at Horseshoe Casino in Hammond, Indiana.
Man, turning away from him. Gotta be careful, some refs will stop the fight for that.
Referee Rob Hines doing a masterful job keeping his distance, letting the action flow.
He hasn't needed to step in once.
Crowd getting restless because they were firmly behind the American Brett Rogers. They seem to be largely disappointed in his performance.
And a chance of USA become booze real quickly if you don't come in there and fight.
Spinning back kick by Volkov. Straight right hand by Volkov. Closing seconds of this fight, heavyweight tournament quarterfinal number 3. The winner through to the final 4.
No question in my mind who's winning this one. Crowd can boo, but you gotta appreciate Volkov's abilities in this fight. Accurate strikes throughout.
The bell and the end of the fight.
Man, a masterful performance by Volkov. A really mysterious performance by Brett Rogers.
Alexander Volkov in his US and Bellator debut, going the distance versus Brett Rogers. Jimmy, how did you score this fight?
At 30-25. The last 2, I gave us 10-8 rounds. I don't like it when guys run. That's what Brett Rogers did in those last 2 rounds. He ran.
Largely one-way traffic in the striking department for Alexander Volkov. Rogers landing some strikes in round 1, but very few strikes did Rogers land in rounds 2 and 3. Volkov established the range that he wanted for his 6'7" tall frame. On the outside, A high volume of punches, a number of kicks. Not every punch getting through, but Volkov extremely busy, coming forward, forcing Rogers on his bike.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official decision from your judges' scorecards, all three judges, Rob Madrigal, David Hinkle, and Adam Gaines, all scored the fight the same 30-27, all for the winner. By unanimous decision, now advancing to the heavyweight tournament semifinals, Alexander Drago Volkov.
The run of the Russians continues here in Bellator season number 7. Here's Jimmy.
I'm here with your winner, Alexander Volkov. Alexander, the tradition continues of outstanding Russian fighters in Bellator. What'd you think of that fight?
Традиция продолжается, достойного выступления российских ребят на Беллаторе. Что ты можешь сказать по своему бою?
Немножко стесняюсь, не привык выступать, еще первый раз выступаю в Америке. Как бы работали под Бретта Роджерса, разбирали его бои. Я очень много смотрел бои Роджерса и на самом деле засыпал с ним, просыпался с ним, с его видео, все знал о нем и использовал просто его ошибки, которые он делает в бою. И ну, где-то 70% того, что мы отрабатывали, у нас получилось. Вот, и вот так.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for your support. I'm a little bit shy. It's my first time I fight in the US. I trained very hard to this fight because I really respect Brett Rogers as an opponent. We made a good game plan that worked out tonight, and apparently, and I'm very glad that I won. Thank you, guys.
Now, you're on Russian TV tonight. What does he have to say to his Russian fans back home?
Сейчас идет трансляция по каналу России 2. Что ты можешь сказать своим поклонникам России, которые сейчас на тебя смотрят?
Первое, конечно, хочу сказать всем, кто болел за меня. Я знаю, что в этот день за меня болело очень много людей в России, все поклонники ММА, те, кто верил в меня, те, кто в меня не верил. Как бы это моя победа и победа ребят, и дальнейшие победы, они у нас еще будут, и мы приведем здесь фурор в Америке. Второе, конечно, спасибо всем моим близким, родным, которые поддерживают меня. Все очень переживают, все очень тяжело меня отпустили сюда в Америку. Ну, это дает свои плоды, и я приеду отсюда с победой. And second, I want to say some words in English for American fans. Thank you for your support here. Thank you for my... Thank you, guys. Thank you for my manager, Alexey Chernakov. Thank you for Ken Pavia. Thank you for Joe Terminator. And thank you for all you guys. I like USA.
And you'll see him in the second round. Alexander Volkov, ladies and gentlemen.
Jimmy, here's the tale for this fight.
You see the heights, identical, 6'7". The question is, who will adjust to fighting a guy their own size? They're not used to seeing it. Who will adjust and understand that this guy's my height? I gotta fight a guy who's exactly as big as I am.
Let's again go to Michael Williams.
Here at Semifinal Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Bellator Fighting Championships now moves to a heavyweight semifinal in the toughest tournament in sports. 3 5-minute rounds brought to you by Everlast. Unleash your warrior. And now first, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the red corner. At 6'7", he weighed in at 226 pounds. Impressive as a professional, he enters the cage with 17 victories, only 3 losses. Hailing from Moscow, Russia, introducing Alexander Drago Volkov. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, also at 6'7", he weighed in at 240.5 pounds. As a professional, 6 wins, only 2 defeats. From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, presenting Vinicius Martin. And the third man inside the cage, referee James Waring.
Good luck. Good luck, guys. Okay. Good luck. Make sure the elbows are here. Okay. Touch the gloves. Goodbye. Ready.
The winner advances to the heavyweight tournament final to face Richard Hale.
Good job.
Alexander Volkov in the black trunks. Vinicius Spartan in the gray trunks.
Rock.
Russian versus
Fighters.
Brazilian in the
Fighters.
Bellator cage.
Go.
Round number 1.
Volkov can throw a lot of different kind of strikes. Does he have knockout power against Vinicius? He landed a lot against Brent Rogers, never really rocked him, never had that heavy-handedness. He's very accurate. Does he have the power to stun Spartan? That's the question.
With fighters listed at 6'7", Jimmy, I'm telling you right now, Volkov is taller by an inch, maybe an inch and a half.
Certainly looks taller.
Volkov wants to keep his striking at a distance. A Kyokushin karate base. Spartan wants to get inside with his striking as he misses with that right hand.
Like I said, the one thing about Kyokushin, deadly kicks from a lot of different angles. Spartan can't come in like that with his hand down. When he rushed in with that left, right hand way down.
Big shots in the head kick from Volkov.
That's one thing we saw against Brent Rogers. He's good at mixing up punches and kicks, doing everything in combination.
There's the shot from Spartan. Had enough of the striking.
Brown belt coming from on top. Team Nogueira brown belt.
You're making a move, bring it up, guys.
It's important.
Watch your forehead, watch your forehead. Don't use the forehead. Don't use the
Referee
forehead.
James Waring warning Vinicius Spartan, watch the forehead. Saying don't lead in with the forehead. You see that's exactly what Spartan's doing, grinding in.
He says not use the forehead. You can use the forehead, you just can't headbutt.
Y'all make a move, guys.
So
Make a
I
move.
agree
Bring
with
you
Jimmy
up.
100%.
Bring you up.
You
Make
can
a
certainly
move.
pivot in with your head. You can't raise back and actually butt. You
Okay,
can't
stop.
strike with your head.
Get up,
It's
get
the
up,
stand-up from James Waring.
Cannot use the forehead, okay? Use the forehead.
That's an
Get ready.
interesting
Come on, come
I
on.
disagree with that. You cannot headbutt, but you can use the forehead. Fighters do it constantly. Wrestlers do it all the time. That's not illegal. You're not allowed to strike with it.
I respectfully disagree with James Waring as well. On your side on that one, Jimmy. Interesting. So the stand-up, not for an activity, but because Waring didn't like what Spartan was doing with his head. Back to the striking wheel with Volkov, very much wanting this position. Kick under the armpit from the Russian.
That's one thing Spartan cannot do is wing wild punches. One thing I really liked about Volkov's style against Brent Rogers, tight combinations. Didn't throw anything wild.
Bad
Like that, for example.
left hand.
Right on time. You see that? Straight, right down the pipe. Accurate and tight. That combination wins every time.
Good right hand on the counter from the Brazilian. Fires right back. Kick didn't get through. Push kick.
Speed of Volkov, really impressive, especially for a heavyweight.
Again, the takedown. I think it's clear that Vinicius Spartan does not want 15 minutes of stand-up.
Volkov right now is so good at tying up the arms of Vinicius.
Tight, low close guard from Alexander Volkov. Now a high close guard from Volkov. A lot of arms and legs down there.
That time, really long guard. What can Spartan get done from on top? That is so key here.
Big right hand. Volkov tried to sit up and through. Final minute of round number one.
Spartan, of course, brown belt. Team Nogueira.
One on him, top of his head. I'll get him back of his head.
So running to Volkov, fist to the top of the head.
Totally legal. You're just not allowed to hit the back of the head.
There's the interpretations of the rule book from referee James Waring.
Good ground and pound. Team Minotauro, Nogueira.
It's the mohawk area starting with the back of the head.
Exactly.
Top of the head and the forehead is perfectly legal. Volkov trying to throw those hammer fists
Top of the
flat on
head.
his
He's getting
back.
warning already. The mohawk, Jay, not hitting the mohawk.
James Waring said you can't hit in the mohawk. So the new interpretation is where does the mohawk start? My feeling is it doesn't start at the forehead.
10 seconds, guys.
Start the back of the head.
Close guard from Alexander Volkov, Vinicius Spartan trying to throw. Round number one ends on the
Stop.
ground.
Right there.
Just before this fight, we heard from Richard Hale. He is already through to the heavyweight tournament final. The winner of this semifinal will face Hale.
Get out of here,
Richard
guys.
Hale
Let's
will
go.
be
Get out
in
of
the
here.
cage to
Get out of here.
stare
Let's go.
at
Come
the
on.
winner. Will that winner be Alexander Volkov, the 6'7" Russian, much taller than that to me? Will it be the 6'7" Vinicius Spartan? Time called by referee James Waring. Wants to clean up the cage before the start of round 2.
There's some ice that dropped out of the bucket.
Hey, that's one warning for you guys, okay? It's a warning.
An official
Right,
warning to the corner
Let's
of
go.
Spartan.
Go.
The referees really don't like that ice on the mat.
Jimmy, what does your scorecard look like?
Razor thin first round. I give it to Volkov. I just thought he did more damage on the feet than Spartan did on the ground. They both had their moments in both. I thought Volkov just landed more strikes on the feet than Spartan did on the ground.
Spartan missing with that right hand. Volkov clearly wants to keep this fight in the range he used in his quarterfinal round unanimous decision win versus Brent Rogers, which is on the outside.
Nice jab.
Quarterfinal round Vinicius Spartan, a big come from behind first round submission win versus Mark Holod, in which he said he went unconscious. Talk about that in the feature. He said he woke up and Holod was in side control. And he thought, I better get moving on the ground. Shows his presence of mind, his high-level jiu-jitsu. To come back from that and record a submission.
Right hand behind the ear.
Volkov got the better of that exchange.
Just picking Vinicius apart a little bit on the outside. He said straight jab.
For me right now, Jimmy, that jab of Volkov is the difference.
Certainly agree with that.
Volkov doing a good job defending that takedown. He was taken down twice by Spartan in round 1.
It's really hard to win the striking battles. You can't deal with your opponent's lead jab. Very hard to win. That sets everything else up. You see here, he can see those wide shots. Volkov can read and react to them.
Body kick.
Vinicius coming with the overhand right off that.
Jimmy, you talk about it all the time on our broadcast. Fighters such as Volkov with a Kyokushin base throw punches and kicks from very unusual angles.
Very funny angles. Hard to see. A lot of axe kicks, stuff like that. They can kick you in the head from just a foot away from you. Very, very flexible.
Definitely getting a sense of that from Volkov's kicks in this fight.
Yeah. Notice he's not really like wearing down the legs like a Muay Thai fighter would.
Volkov now straight right hands, back to the jab.
You see, he's out of range of those winging punches. He's at his jabbing range. He's establishing the jab, so your opponent is always on the outside with those big loopy punches.
Spartan having trouble finding the moving target. The head kick blocked.
Surprised he's not going for more takedowns. So he's losing this fight on the outside, Sean. Good combination.
Volkov really starting to get the better of the punching exchanges now.
Oh, good right hand. Like the movement, Volkov always cutting the angle. Spartan following him. You see here, not cutting him off. Following. Oh, another good right hand. That hurt Spartan.
It was a huge right hand.
Oh, he's hurt.
Volkov will now look to finish. He doesn't want to dive in. He wants to stand and strike.
He remembers what happened to Mark Holada. Doesn't want to dive in.
Volkov steps away, allows Vinicius Spartan to stand. Someone did their scouting.
That's true. We saw another heavyweight try and jump in and get finished.
Big mouse has formed under Spartan's right eye.
Spartan's a warrior, though. He's living up to the name. He's not quitting.
Spartan gets the takedown there.
Volkov in triangle position, not able to use it.
Low close guard from Volkov. Final minute of round number 2.
The question is, how cloudy is Spartan right now? You can see he's still rocked. Not trying to do anything. And that's a quick stand-up. That is fast.
Vinicius Spartan just gave James Waring a look as though to say,
That
are you
was
kidding me?
very quick. boxer. Man, good shot. Spartan's in trouble. He's throwing back.
Straight left hand. Blood on the face of Vinicius Spartan.
Like a Spartan, he's ready to go out on his shield if he has to. He's throwing back.
Volkov landing from distance. The blood from the pock mouse under Spartan's right eye. Body kick. Straight left hand, another left hand, then the right. Big shots from Alexander Volkov. The Academy is out there just before the bell. The TKO win for Alexander Volkov as he advances to the final.
Man, great job turning it on. The bell sounding as he hit the ground. Man. Talk about fighting in the shade. That's what he was doing, throwing back, but just under attack. Just take a look at it here. This is a shot that hurt him. Bang! Right hand right on the chin. Very smart, not diving into a very dangerous guard. At the end, throwing combinations. Spartan, hey, to his credit, trying to answer back. Technically, though, outgunned, fighting a much sharper fighter. A guy throwing tighter combinations. Not landing any of his loopy shots, those right hands too much. Good stoppage by the referee.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 4 minutes, 59 seconds into round number 2, the winner by TKO now, a heavyweight tournament finalist, Alexander Drago Volkov.
Here's Jimmy.
I'm here with your winner, Alexander Volkov. Alexander, your opponent, Spartan, fought like a Spartan, kept answering back. Was that the kind of fight you expected?
English or Russian? For me, this fight was very nervous. Really, thank you for support, for support here in Florida. Yeah, I feel like thank you. This way of fight, for me, what I want, and I want to feel him in first round, and I feel that I can to finish in second. And when I listen 10 seconds left, I start to working for knockout, and I do it. Yeah, that's okay. Sorry. Я хотел бы сказать всем, кто болеет в России за меня, большое спасибо за поддержку, всем большой привет, привет Москва, большое спасибо моей семье и моему залу, который меня поддерживает. Спасибо большое.
Of course, in the finals, you'll be taking on this man, Rich Hale, entering the cage right now. What are your thoughts on Rich Hale as an opponent?
My speech will be short. I want to fight with him.
Very simple, no translation for that one. This will be your heavyweight final. Rich Hale versus Alexander Volkov. Give it up for him.
I said Richard Hale would stare at the winner of this fight. That's a really good stare down. Heavyweight world title of Bellator, and Jimmy will do the numbers.
Man, look at the height, 6'7" for Alexander Volkov. Hale's gonna have to push in, get on the inside to use those punches, although at 6'4", he ain't a short man himself.
The wait is over, 3 months in the making. Here's Michael Williams.
Bellator Fighting Championships, the toughest tournament in sports, along with Horseshoe Casino, just 20 minutes from downtown Chicago. Now present 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Heavyweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the Athletic Division of the Indiana Gaming Commission. Director is Andy Means, Assistant Director Joanna Holland. And brought to you tonight by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Cops are cracking down on drunk driving, and they'll see you before you see them. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first fighting out of the red corner. At 6'7", weighing in at 232.5 pounds, the predominant striker enters this world title fight with 18 professional victories and 3 defeats. From Moscow, Russia, introducing Alexander Drago Volkov. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 6'4", weighing in at 240 pounds even. the two-time tournament finalist and now two-time world title challenger tonight. Brings 21 professional victories, 4 losses with 1 draw. From Tempe, Arizona, presenting Rich Rare Green Hale. And the referee in charge of the action, Gary Copeland.
All right, listen up, fighters. You both receive your instructions in the back. Expect you to listen to my commands at all times. Have a clean, fair fight. Any questions out of you, Red? How about you, Blue? Let's touch them up, prepare to fight. Red.
$100,000 in the Bellator Heavyweight World Championship to the winner. Scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Round 1, you ready, Red?
Volkov is
Round
ready.
1, you ready, Blue?
Richard Hale is ready.
Fight.
Round number 1. Volkov, the Russian, is in the white trunks. The American, Hale, in the black trunks.
Volkov, the more accurate striker, a little bit tighter. I think Hale hits a little bit harder. They can talk all they want, but both of these fighters are very respectful of one another's skills.
Bouncing the step of Richard Hale, shuffling his feet.
Taking the center here. Oh, nice left hook. They both have identical reach, 81 inches. Volkov's used to having the reach advantage. He does not have that tonight.
Snap jab from Volkov didn't get through.
Both these guys are used to having the advantage with the lead hand, the jab, the left hook. They're both very good with it.
Volkov faded on the kick that gave his back. That was interesting that Volkov allowed that to happen.
Goes to the outside trip and he gets the takedown.
So off of that Volkov feint and turn, Hale closed distance, and then Volkov in the ensuing sequence gets the takedown.
Now let's see what Volkov does with his ground and pound. Usually with his build, very difficult to work ground and pound. You need a lot of distance. Hale has shown some skills on the ground.
Hale looking for the up kick. Volkov trying to be patient.
We all know about his inverted triangle against Nick
Fingers out of the
Fingers.
fence, Blue.
We give him the submission edge.
Volkov trying to clear the legs of Richard Hale.
Not really committing to either one. He's not stepping back and kicking. He's not diving in with a punch. The ref's only going to let this go for so long.
Hale trying to pick the ankle. Volkov dives in.
Problem is, it's easy to tie somebody up who has long limbs like Volkov. He needs a lot of distance to work his ground and pound.
Hale being patient on the bottom. Volkov being patient standing. There's the outside kick, not much on that.
I don't see the ref letting this go much longer.
Got him banned from him, stand him up.
Just on cue, Gary Copeland. The fighters keep going.
Okay, that's it. Back up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
That's the end of Gary Copeland's patience. Back to their feet. February 17th, tour. Premiere on Spike, our new television home. We'll go to Spike with a new Bellator Heavyweight World Champion. The Alexander Volkov or will it be Richard Hale? Find out at the end of this fight.
Nice job, Volkov catching Rich Hale coming in. Volkov, I think, right now playing the counter-punching role. He's content to let Rich Hale initiate and try and counter-punch off that.
Well, again, it's almost the jab and then the hook.
That's what he's been throwing, that jab-hook combination.
Side kick by Hale.
So he follows up with the right hand after that. That's the last piece he needs to add on.
Kick from a funky angle there from Volkov.
Hale has to be very conscious of that.
That's what he talked about, Jimmy. With his Kyokushin base, it's kicks coming from very unusual angles. They're not kickboxing angles, they're not Muay Thai angles. Hale just nodded to his corner.
mistake and overcommit.
Hale just got through with the right hand. Oh, big right hand by Hale. Volkov back to his feet, Hale pouncing. 20 seconds remaining in round one.
Needs distance, he needs separation to get the knockout. So far, not able to get it.
Hale went for the hip toss. Volkov dropped and popped immediately back to his feet. Hale throwing the left hand, finished that round big. A flash knockdown, Jimmy, from Richard Hale.
Take a deep breath. Nice overhand with
Good
walking
job
into
with
it.
the right hand.
Sir.
Right to the head, stunned him.
There you go.
Didn't knock him down, stayed on his feet. If he had been able to get separation,
You're
I
looking
think he
damn
could have
good.
done a lot.
Nothing, okay? Just don't
In the
stand in
last
front of
30
this cat a
seconds
little
of
bit,
that
okay?
round, but Volkov able
Walk
to
him off
tie
a
him
little
up,
bit.
keep it close.
Other
Hale
than
wasn't able to
everything's looking
capitalize
okay.
on it. The question is, what
Yeah.
can he get back in between the round?
Nice work. He's already afraid of you. Now he knows you can hurt him, okay? Keep that jab hook on his ass. Fire with that right hand, okay? Yes, sir. All right. Take another deep one. Looking good, baby.
Look at this beautiful right hand by Rich Hale. Bang! Right on the jaw. Volkov, to his credit, able to get back to his feet and tie Rich Hale up. Well, that could have been a quick end to this fight.
If you want an example of a flash knockdown, well, that was it.
Totally.
On your scorecard, Jimmy.
10-9 Rich Hale. I thought he sealed it with that shot at the end.
So how did you score if Hale would not have landed that flash knockdown?
It might have been Volkov's round. I think he won back the round with that. Effective striking. He hurt him. Now let's see if Volkov gets a little more aggressive.
The winner of this Bellator Season 7 heavyweight tournament final is Bellator's next heavyweight world champion. Will Conrad retired, vacated the belt. So we're going 5 5-minute rounds.
Good knees by Volkov. Problem is those will take the wind right out of you. Those knees to the ribs, sharp knees to the thighs. This is not where Rich Hale wants to be. This is when the taller man has a big advantage. He's up in this tied position, throwing knees.
Hale looking for the inside trip. Tough turning that into a single leg attempt. Nicely defended by Hale, good balance. Still the body lock from Volkov, then the knee.
Somebody's got advance. Right off the fence, guys.
Knee from Hale on the inside, big knee from Volkov on the outside.
That's the problem is Volkov is going to win these exchanges with the knees. He's taller, he has longer legs. Hale does not want to trade knees on the inside.
Let's fight off the fence, guys.
Hale holding the overhooks.
Getting the outside trip, and he gets it.
3 minutes remaining, round 2 of this heavyweight tournament final. And the winner again claims Bellator's heavyweight world championship as well as the $100,000 check for winning this tournament.
Got advance.
Not much between these two thus far, Jimmy.
And once again, Volkov not committing to either the ground game or standing up. Referee's not going to take that.
Being cautious, misses with that left hand.
I think he's respectful of Hale's ground game, doesn't want to dive in. Doesn't want to let him up without some shots.
Volkov now trying to advance, trying to control the ankles.
And he's not trying to clear and get around the guard. He's not committing to any strategy in there. They're going to stand it up.
Turn him out. Fight.
I like that stand up from referee.
Very good.
Trying to establish the jab. Right hand, counter right.
Each guy just waiting for their time looking to initiate, waiting for that gap. The problem is, both guys fighting very tight so far.
90 seconds remaining in round 2. Head kick. Jimmy, are you surprised that neither fighter's really opened it up thus far?
Not at all. They're both respectful of one another's skills. They took on guys that were solid but wild strikers. They didn't have to worry about technically coming in and getting caught with a straight shot. Both of these guys very straight punches. Those lines are closed off in the center.
Slight swelling, ever so slight. Hale's left eye.
Santos and Rich Hale fought in the semifinal rounds, known for that overhand right, the loopy shot. It's easy to get in on somebody like that. Same thing for Volkov took on in the semifinals. Both those guys loopy punchers. These guys are straight punchers. Hard to come in against a guy like that.
Getting late in round number 2. Who will be Bellator's new heavyweight world champion? Alexander Volkov or Richard Hale? Left hand. Again with the left. 1-2 firing back is Hale. Hale again advancing. Both fighters predicted a quick finish. 10 minutes up and then 10 minutes down. The winner of this heavyweight tournament championship becomes Bellator's new heavyweight world champion. Also a check for $100,000 to the winner.
Starting to let it hang out a little bit. Oh, good right.
These two fighters entered this 8-man Season 7 heavyweight tournament thinking that the winner would earn a world title shot, but with the retirement of champion Cole Conrad, it's now for the world title. That's why we are going 5 rounds. Jimmy, how do you see it through 2?
I haven't even. I gave Volkov that last round. Obviously got the takedown. Was a little bit more effective from the outside than Rich Hale. Really surprised we're not seeing more leg kicks from both guys. They're having trouble finding the range with the hands. They're not trying to chop their opponent down from the outside.
Volkov tentative with that left jab. Still trying to snap his left jab, but missing. Just think stepping right there by Volkov. Camera left by Hale.
Constantly angling in this fight. Until that was part of his training, he's going to stand in front of Volkov. He needs to throw a little bit more head movement to throw off the timing of Volkov's jab.
Jimmy, from your neutral perspective, what would you like to see more from both fighters?
Head movement. You know, they both want to find their way in, but they're coming in straight and running into one another's punches. Little more head movement, little more angling. Throw that in with some leg kicks. That's going to open up your offense.
Kick that landed.
Now that's the difference with that karate-style head kick. It's with the foot. See, Hale didn't even stun it. Accurate kick, it's accurate, it's fast, it doesn't have the power of a tie kick.
Hale took the kick full on and walked right through it.
Kick with the shin, the kick with the foot. It's a faster kick, but see, Hale wasn't even stunned by that. It's a tie kick, it's a good night.
Horrendous now around Hale's nose. Swelling under his left eye. Missing with the right.
Hale getting a little frustrated on the outside here, Volkov. Able to control that range. And also, no outside takedowns from Richard Hale. Hasn't changed levels, hasn't gone for a double leg. Hasn't tried to get on top himself.
Hale just pawed at the blood coming out of his nose. Jimmy, you and I both know it's not right, but it's realistic. In a very close fight, sometimes judges will get some
Very true.
Good counter 1-2 by Hale.
Problem is, Hale has to follow up 3 or 4 times off of that.
Very tactical striking inside the Bellator cage. Bellator Heavyweight World Championship.
Problem is, it's led to very close rounds. No one's really put their stamp on this fight yet.
Kick there from Volkov. So slightly Jimmy starting to move forward.
Good jab.
I'm looking for the outside trip from the clinch.
Rich Hale has to throw in combination to steal this round back. I think he's behind. You see when he had Volkov off balance earlier, he threw 3 punches. No, he's got to throw 3, 4, 5, 6, get Volkov moving backward.
50 seconds. Done that. 50 seconds remaining in round 3.
Watch the groin, watch the groin. Let's fight off the cage, guys. Fight off the cage. Somebody advance.
Copeland. Again looking for the outside trip. Hale having none of it. Then the knee from Volkov partially landing.
Somebody's got to advance here, guys.
10 seconds remaining in round 3. Nothing settled yet in this Bellator Heavyweight World Title fight. Alexander Volkov versus Richard Hale.
That's it, guys.
Here come the championship rounds.
Round 4, you ready, Red? Round 4, you ready, Blue? Let's fight.
We're officially in deep water. Round number 4, the Season 7 Heavyweight Tournament Final. The winner claiming the check for $100,000. More importantly to both, Bellator's Heavyweight World Championship belt.
Rich Hale's coach in between rounds told him, gave him good talking to. He said, if you want this, go out and take it. Don't stand in front of this guy and let him tee off on you. You gotta throw your hands.
Fight the score thus far, Jimmy. How do you see it?
2 rounds to 1 for Volkov. I've given him the last 2 rounds after Rich Hale stole that opening round.
22nd pro MMA fight for Alexander Volkov. Just the second time that he has gone past 3 rounds. 27th pro MMA fight for Richard Hale. Just the second time that he has gone past 3 rounds.
Rich Hale's coach, he has to throw more punches. On the outside, he's not going to beat that jab.
So the jab from Volkov landed flush.
You're kind of sticking you with the jab, you're not moving your head enough.
Volkov now circling for the angle, Jimmy. .340 remaining in round number 4. Alexander Volkov versus Richard Hale for Bellator's world title. Jimmy Smith, I'm Sean Wheelock. Glad you were with us. It's our Season 7 finale coming to you live from just south of Chicago at Horseshoe Casino in Hammond, Indiana. A very tactical stand-up fight thus far.
The problem is that Volkov has found his comfort zone on the outside. He's landed the jab well. Rich Hale has not been able to find his, has not been able to get inside. Also, I'm really surprised not selling out for the takedown, not initiating the clinch, not shooting a double leg from the outside.
Volkov's starting to find his range with that. That's a combination that Hale was throwing earlier in this fight and seems to have abandoned.
He's got to throw more than 2, more than 3. He's got to throw 4, 5, 6 punches. Right now, Volkov is the more comfortable fighter. You can see it.
Good left hand from Hale.
Has to follow up on those. See, he ends up going to the center and resetting just like this. This is where Volkov's comfortable.
commented on this earlier in the fight. I know that you're surprised that we haven't seen more kicks from both fighters, especially Volkov.
Yeah, a lot of leg kicks. Rich Hale wants to move, he wants to angle, take away his mobility with the leg kicks.
Largely boxing and MMA gloves.
Things that Rich Hale hasn't committed to a takedown. There's no reason to think he's going to try and really grab that leg and go for the double leg. Especially in a 5-round fight, those kicks really pay dividends.
Jimmy, if you're Richard Hale's corner, what are you saying to him right now?
Exactly what his cornerman said in between rounds. You're not throwing enough hands. You're letting this guy tee off with the jab. You just got to pick up the activity level. Right now they're trading 1 for 1. Volkov more accurate with the jab, double jabbing. You know, Hale's not going to win at this range.
Head kick from Volkov.
Very quick.
35 seconds remaining in round 4. Nothing settled yet in this Bellator heavyweight world title fight. Alexander Volkov versus Richard Hale. One of these two men will claim $100,000 and the world title of Bellator in the heavyweight division. 15 seconds remaining in round 4. Chopping kick from Volkov in the right hand. Spinning back kick. That's it. And we will go to round number 5.
Okay? This is all you got, baby. It's the last round. What'd your mouth say? All right. All right, good. Hey, brother, this is all you got. This is all you got. I wouldn't lie to you. We're losing this fight. You gotta come out here and you gotta fucking let your hands go. You gotta go for the fucking KO or you're gonna lose this fight. Okay? You gotta knock this motherfucker out. Am I lying? All right. You gotta let your fucking hands go, brother. All you got, all you got, all of it, all you got. It's all you take you got. It ain't nothing else up there.
To the fifth and final round.
There you go. Round 5, are you ready, Red? Round 5, you ready, Blue? Let's fight.
5 minutes separate Alexander Volkov and Richard Hale from a Bellator world title or a stinging defeat. Jimmy, how do you see it for 4 rounds?
3 rounds to 1. Alexander Volkov only gave Rich Hale round number 1. He's coming out with a lot of intensity. He's got to throw the punches.
Round 1 was the round when Hale scored the flash knockdown on Volkov. Bounced on his kneecap right back. Stiff jab from Volkov. So much at stake between these two. This tournament started 3 months ago with 8 fighters. These are the 2 left standing.
5 minutes left in their championship aspirations. Whole tournament leads up to this. All the work you put in. Who's going to let this last 4 minutes slip away? That's the question.
Will Bellator's new heavyweight world champion be 24-year-old Russian Alexander Volkov or 27-year-old American Richard Hale?
Richard Hale has to take risks to win. He has to get the knockout. Says he was poked in the eye.
Gary Copeland says keep fighting.
He's got Volkov up against the fence. He's not throwing punches though.
3:35 remaining in this 5th and final round. Jimmy definitely trying to turn up the aggression. Implored to do so by his corner.
Still screaming at him, you gotta let your hands go.
Extremely tactical, extremely measured. The vast majority of this fight fought on the feet. Limited kicks, almost all punches. missing with that jab.
Don't look for Volkov to get over-aggressive and make a mistake here. I think he knows he's ahead. Rich Hale's the one who's got to sell out and throw some wild punches.
Listen to the right eye of Alexander Volkov.
So when you decide how badly do I want to be a champion,
left jab again from Volkov. Counter left from Volkov, which landed flush. We were in deep waters before. We're in the deepest of waters now. 2:05 remaining in this fifth and final round. Who will be Bellator's next world heavyweight champion? Who will claim the check for $100,000?
that's kept Rich Hale off balance this entire fight.
90 seconds to go. Misses with that left. Misses with that right. Neither fighter selling out.
Problem is, it's Rich Hale that needs to. 1 minute left.
Right under the right eye of Volkov. To the 25th and final minute of this world title fight. Will either man turn up their intensity? Head kick from Volkov. 40 seconds to a new Bellator heavyweight world champion being crowned. 35 seconds to $100,000 to the winner. Seconds to the finish line. Both fighters looking for one more significant strike. And that's the end of this world title fight. When we return, we will learn who claims Bellator's world heavyweight championship, Volkov or Hale. 5 tough tactical rounds for Bellator's heavyweight world championship. Jimmy, how did you see it?
I had it 49-46. I only gave Rich Hale that opening round.
Let's end all suspense now with Michael Williams.
You ready? All right, bring
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, for your decision, we'll go to your judges' scorecards, where all 3 judges cage side, Kevin Caldwell, Rob Madrigal, and Otto Torriero, all see the fight exactly the same at 49-46. All for the winner by unanimous decision. Now the new Bellator heavyweight world champion, Alexander Drago Volkov.
Here's Jimmy with the new world champion.
I'm here with your winner, Alexander Volkov. Not just the winner, the new Bellator heavyweight champion. How good does it feel to finally hear that you're the champion? How good does it feel to hear that you're finally the Bellator heavyweight champion?
Такое ощущение, что ты наконец стал чемпионом Беллатора в тяжелом весе.
Кто-нибудь ущипните меня. Это сейчас я волнуюсь намного больше, чем перед боем. Для меня реально очень волнительно сейчас держать этот пояс и поднимать российский флаг здесь. Для меня это очень волнительно. И сейчас я переживаю еще больше, чем до боя. И это, конечно, невероятно.
Please, somebody pitch me because I think it's a dream. And right now I'm even more nervous than before the fight because it's a great honor and it's a great responsibility. Thank you very much.
Bjorn Rebney, another Russian outstanding performance and now the heavyweight champion.
Congratulations, my friend. Nice work.
Give it up for him, Alexander Volkov, the new Bellator heavyweight champion. Give it up for him.
He overcame a flash knockdown via the right hand of Richard Hale in round 1 to come back and dominate with superior striking to become Bellator's new heavyweight world champion, and also by winning this season 7 heavyweight tournament, claim that check for $100,000. A very complete striking performance by Alexander Volkov, Jimmy.
Very complete, did what he had to do, establish his jab, establish his range. Someone's got to figure out a way to get around that to take that belt.
Alexander Volkov will now take us to Spike Television as Bellator's heavyweight world champion, just 24 years old, and he is on top of the Bellator world.
Look at the height and reach advantage for Alexander Volkov. Mark Holada has to find a way around that to be successful.
Here's Bellator cage announcer Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to WinStar World Casino and Resort tonight. Bellator MMA live on Spike begins now with 3 5-minute rounds in the toughest tournament in sports. This heavyweight opening round fight is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports in Bellator MMA every Friday night. And now, introducing the red corner first. At 6'2", weighing in at 260.2 pounds. The former tournament competitor brings a professional record with 12 wins, 4 losses. He fights out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Introducing Mark the Machine Holada. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 6'6", weighing in at 235.8 pounds. The former Bellator heavyweight world champion tonight returns to tournament action with 19 professional victories, 4 defeats. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, introducing Alexander Drago Volkov. And the referee in charge of the action, Jason Herzog.
In the opening round of all Bellator tournaments, the fights are scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Jimmy, I don't think that either one of us are planning on seeing too many third rounds in this heavyweight tournament.
That is very true. There'll be a lot of finishes tonight.
First round, fight, are you ready? Fight, are you ready? Fight!
Round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
It's not where Volkov wants to be, in front of Mark Holada at punching range.
A lot in the red trunks. Volkov, Bellator's former world heavyweight champion, is in the red trunk, in the black trunks. From Volkov.
Holada's kind of range, he can generate a lot of power at short distances with those shorter arms.
It is the Bellator app. You can download it now. It's free of charge. Real-time stats courtesy of CompuStrike, and you can score every round live as you're the 4th judge. He's from Volkov. Short left hands and that drops him down.
Holada's really hurt. He's in big trouble.
Big shots. Jason Herzog taking a close look at this barrage of left hands. And that is it. Just like that, a lightning strike TKO win for Alexander Volkov.
Holada is right in front of us. He is still hurt. That's a good stoppage. It was a short left. Cannot believe the range he landed. That short, tight left hook, that was it.
Okay, he's right here.
They were in tight. Short left hands to the chin. They don't look like much. We see his head snap back. That short left right on the chin. Once he was in this position, no way out.
Coming into this fight, Alexander Volkov said that he is very committed to getting his belt back. With that performance, Volkov has taken a big step on the road towards a world title shot. Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage by way of unanswered strikes, referee Jason Herzog waves off the contest. Official time, 1 minute, 21 seconds into round number 1. The winner by TKO now, a heavyweight tournament semifinalist, Alexander Drago Volkov.
Alexander Volkov getting the victory, Jimmy, number 20 of his career. And again, he set up the finish with those short left hands.
I thought it was all Mark Halada's range, in tight. They don't look like much, but right on the chin, accurate. I think that's what sets him apart from the rest of the field, a very accurate puncher. They were right on the button, and Mark Halada was finished as soon as Volkov was on top of him. Looks like he might have tapped with the right hand, but like I said, stayed down for a while, good stoppage. You see the difference in builds. 6'7" for Alexander Volkov and a 7-inch reach advantage. That's what Mighty Mo has to deal with tonight.
Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chocolate Resort and Casino tonight. Bellator MMA Live on Spike begins with 3 5-minute rounds in the toughest tournament in sports. This heavyweight semifinal is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports and Bellator MMA every Friday night. And now, introducing first the red corner at 6'1", weighing in 264.9 pounds. As a professional, 6 victories, 2 defeats. Hailing from American Samoa, he fights out of San Bernardino, California. Introducing Mighty Mo Salina. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 6'7", he weighed in 235.7 pounds. The former Bellator World Champion tonight stands with 20 professional victories, just 4 defeats. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, introducing Alexander Drago. And the referee in charge of the action, Big John McCarthy.
In the semifinal round of all Bellator tournaments, the fights are scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Mighty Mo versus the former champion of Bellator's heavyweight division, Alexander Volkov, for a place in the heavyweight tournament final. Round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Mighty Mo diving right in for the takedown and clinch.
Mighty Mo in the white and blue trunks, Volkov in the blue trunks.
Surprised Mighty Mo going for the takedown this early, didn't even throw any hands.
2 radically different body types in the Bellator cage. Jimmy, 2 finishers with striking, but radically different striking styles.
Volkov, an outside rangy striker, throws a lot of strikes. He's a volume striker.
You can download the Bellator app now for free. Real-time fight stats, fighter bios, score every round live as you're the 4th judge. Heavy pressure from Mighty Mo, still looking for that single leg.
Problem is, it costs a lot of energy if you go through all this effort to take down and don't get it. He's reaching, and he's also carrying the weight of Volkov on top of him.
Work it.
Volkov, you see the counter right hands. Big knee. Mighty Mo, Jimmy, an outstanding striking pedigree. In his career, he's won 2 K1 Grand Prix, but he wants to take this fight to the ground.
We've seen a lot of that in his recent fights. Submission over Peter Graham, submission over Ron Sparks. I think he thinks that might be the difference maker in this fight. Both guys, great strikers. I'm surprised he doesn't want to test the chin of Volkov before charging him for a takedown.
The separation from John McCarthy. Volkov setting the range with his kicks. Jimmy, he told us that. Lots and lots of kicks from the outside.
He does have a Kyokushin background. They have some vicious kicks, and that's something Mighty Mo had trouble with against Peter Graham, were leg kicks. Mighty Mo already breathing heavily.
Mighty Mo again closing the distance.
That's huge head kick! And that is it! A straight knockout on the head kick,
Alexander Volkov is through to the heavyweight tournament final.
Bang, we knew it could end with one shot, and it was Volkov that landed it, a kick to the head. First round knockout for the former champion. That's a big statement to the rest of the field, Sean. Man, Mighty Mo known for his chin, and it was a one-shot knockout. Off the clinch, a nice knee, and bang, a left kick right to the chin. Big John McCarthy all over it. Great stoppage. Look at it here, a quick combination, and it was hand to foot. 1-2 punches, and then up with the foot. Mighty Mo could not see it coming. Doesn't get any more accurate than that, Sean. And it doesn't get any more out than that. Mighty Mo does not know what's going on. Great stoppage.
Again, watch the head snap right there, out cold, Jimmy. Bellator's former heavyweight world champion Alexander Volkov now just one win away from a world title shot. Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the head kick ends it. Official time, 2 minutes, 44 seconds into round number 1. The winner by knockout now, a heavyweight tournament finalist, Alexander Drago Volkov.
Let's go to Jimmy.
I'm here with your winner and the first heavyweight tournament finalist, Alexander Volkov. Alexander, you told us it would be all about kicks, all about range, but did you think you'd get the finish that soon against a guy as tough as Mighty Mo?
Саш, ты рассчитывал, что настолько точно ты сможешь попасть по такому сложному сопернику, как Mighty Mo?
Да, мы тренировались очень много к этому бою, и получилось именно то, что мы отрабатывали, именно те удары. То есть, в принципе, то, что мы делали, все прошло.
Yes, it was just exact kick that we worked on, exactly the one.
Now, of course, Blagoy Ivanov and LeVar Johnson fighting later tonight to see who will take you on in the finals. What do you think of that fight?
Следующий полуфинал, Благой Иванов с другим. Как ты думаешь, кто одержит победу?
Оба соперника очень серьезные, оба оппонента очень серьезные, и все будет рассчитывать как бы случай, только готов к этому бою. Вот. И в итоге вы победителем тот, кто будет готов лучше.
Well, both guys are tough, so I mean, whoever is better today, that guy will win.
You heard it, your first tournament finals. To give it up for Alexander Volkov, ladies and gentlemen. You see here the height and reach advantage for Alexander Volkov. That's what Blagoy Ivanov has to overcome in this fight.
Bellator MMA live on pay-per-view now features 3 5-minute rounds in the toughest tournament in sports. This heavyweight final brought to you tonight by Bamboo Nutra. Turn your power on. And now first fighting out of the red corner at 6'1", weighing in 249.5 pounds. The incredible comeback continues tonight as the undefeated professional enters with 11 victories, no defeats, hailing from Sofia, Bulgaria, introducing Blagoy Ivanov. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 6'7", weighing in 236.1 pounds. The former Bellator heavyweight world champion tonight stands with 21 professional victories, 4 defeats, hailing from and fighting out of Moscow, Russia, Alexander Drago Volkov. And the referee in charge of the action, John Dixon.
All right, guys, heavyweight final. Remember, no 12-6 elbows. Watch the back of the heads, watch the groin top. Any questions? Take them up.
Jimmy, your keys to victory for this heavyweight tournament final.
With Blagoy Ivanov, get inside fast, stay heavy in top control. Alexander Volkov doesn't have great submissions, but he can spring back to his feet. For Volkov, stay off the fence and keep that jab working.
Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. The winner earns a world title shot. Ivanov versus Volkov. Round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. Bulgarian Blagoy Ivanov is in the white trunks. The Russian Alexander Volkov in the black trunks.
Blagoy Ivanov wants to get inside, but he cannot bull rush. We're talking about the power of Alexander Volkov.
Good left hand.
Let's not discount the power of Blagoy Ivanov, though. Very good with the short punches.
Ivanov right to the inside now, looking for the single leg takedown.
Tough against a guy like Volkov. They're right in front of us, is fighting for hand positioning. He can reach your wrist with those long arms. It's very difficult to hand fight with those guys sometimes. Length is very deceptive. Your arm's all the way extended and theirs isn't.
.6'7", but weighing in 236.1 pounds. This is a fighter. Walks right around 230. He's actually tried to bulk up for this final. He's just a different body type from what you normally see in the elite levels of heavyweights.
Yeah, very true.
I think traditionally, a very tall heavyweights having to cut down when there were weight limits. Or you think in Europe and Asia, fighters well over 265. Still to come on our Bellator pay-per-view in the light heavyweight division. Speaking of bulking up, Bellator's middleweight world champion Alexander Shlemenko versus Tito Ortiz. The interim lightweight world title fight, Woodbrooks versus the former champion Michael Chandler. And our main event, the light heavyweight tournament final. The winner earns a world title shot. MMA's biggest grudge match, King Mo versus Rampage Jackson. Call for action from referee John Dixon.
That's what I meant about that wrist control. It seems really hard to break that grip. If you're Blagoy Ivanov, and nice knees from Volkov here.
Jimmy, we see how tight, how sticky Ivanov is staying. Kick caught, right back inside comes Ivanov. Left hand by Ivanov stepping in. Now the body lock from Volkov.
Oh, good right hand.
Big right hand, then a left to the body from Ivanov. Again, right back inside.
Good work, guys. Good work.
And this is what he did against Rich Hale. He threw punches in order to close distance and get into the clinch.
Good combination, then the knee from Volkov. 25 remaining, round one of this heavyweight tournament final. Volkov circles out. Right there is the range that he wants. Loving right hand from Ivanov. Left by Volkov.
See these accurate shots are landing right on the chin.
Accurate straight jimmy from Alexander Volkov.
Hard to get inside of punches like that.
Final minute, round number one. Push kick from Volkov. Ivanov again trying to work to the inside with the overhook. Volkov pulls out. Volkov now in stalking mode. There's the bell. To the corner of Alexander Volkov.
Саша, все хорошо идет.
Sasha, everything is good.
Саша, все видишь. Нужно просто скорость включить. Ручки
Sasha, you can see everything. Just speed it up a
Просто
little.
скорость надо включить.
You have to be faster, Sasha.
Надо позрываться и попасть. Позрываться и попасть.
You have to be more explosive. You have to land shots, okay?
Движение.
Move a lot, move.
Все очень хорошо делать. Нужна скорость просто. Все.
You work
Скорость
on
и
speed.
зашагивание. Скорость и зашагивание. Не стой перед ним прямо.
Speed and movement. Don't stand in front of him.
Ведется. Движение.
Up against the fence. Ivanov showing his punching power. Nice overhand right. Big risk throwing a kick that close in, but he threw it. Volkov trying to get his space, but Ivanov landing some good punches on the inside.
Jimmy, your scorecard round one?
Very close round, hard to score. I went Blagoy Ivanov 10-9. He landed some good shots and kept the fight where he wanted it, up against the fence. But Volkov landed some good punches at the end of the round, and judges tend to favor that.
Hit us up on Twitter. Let us know your round-by-round scorecard throughout the night of our Bellator pay-per-view at Jimmy Smith MMA, at Sean Wheelock. You see Ivanov trying to get to the inside. Again, the push kick from Volkov, then the 1-2. Long jab from Volkov.
I saw that as one of the keys to the fight. Keep that jab pumping. Keep something in his face.
Blood now under the right eye of Blagoy Ivanov. Mouse is formed and slightly popped. Looking for the throw. The takedown, but a slick transition to the back from Volkov. Now looking for the rear naked choke, and that is tight to finish.
He might have it. Submitting the submission. Got it.
The victory for Alexander Volkov. Next up, a rematch versus Vitaly Minakov for Bellator's heavyweight world title.
It took a momentary lapse for Blagoy Ivanov, ended up in bad position. And Alexander Volkov, the knockout specialist, ends up getting the rear naked choke submission.
22 pro MMA wins now for Alexander Volkov, just his second by way of submission.
Look at it here. The body lock outside trip, and look at the transition. Volkov steps up using that length. Gets one hook in, look at the right one slip in, both hooks in. And that arm underneath the chin, look at it again, this beautiful transition. That's what you can do when you're 6'7", have legs that long. Got that arm under the chin. Blagoy fought it for as long as he could, but there's a tap with the right hand. Man, we talked all about the power of Blagoy Ivanov. I'm sorry, we talked all about submissions of Blagoy Ivanov, but it was Alexander Volkov's submission skills that win the day. Who would have expected it? This is MMA. Great job by Alexander Volkov.
Jimmy, Blagoy Ivanov, of course, initiated that sequence, taking it to the ground. Volkov showing scrambling ability, taking the back, wasting no time, locking on the rear naked choke to finish in round number 2. Here is Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the tap comes by way of a rear naked choke. Official time, 1 minute, 8 seconds into round number 2 by submission. He is now the heavyweight tournament winner, having earned his world title rematch, Alexander Drago Volkov.
Bellator's former heavyweight world champion Alexander Volkov now gets another shot at the title. Here's Jimmy Smith.
I'm here with your winner and heavyweight tournament winner, Alexander Volkov. Everybody coming into this fight talked about your striking, your power on the feet, but you win. Only the second time you won by submission in your career. How does that feel against a specialist like Blagoy Ivanov?
Все считали тебя специалистом по ударной технике. Ты второй раз за карьеру одержал победу болевым приемом. Как тебе это ощущение?
Конечно, я очень рад, что я именно так выиграл этот бой, потому что для меня это очень важно, то, что я готов к титульному бою. Это первое. Второе, это огромное спасибо и заслуга моей команды и моих тренеров. В частности, тренер Тарас Кияш, который находился здесь в Штатах со мной весь этот турнир. Это все заслуга моих тренеров, и то, что я сделал, это наша общая работа.
Good luck, Alexei. Go ahead, man.
Thank you. Well, it's a great pleasure for me to win this way because I was preparing for this fight and I knew that I was going to fight against the specialist in Sambo. So I'm very glad. And also I would like to thank my whole team, my coach, Taras Kiyashka, who spent like a few months here in the States with me, and everybody who supported me. Thank you, guys.
Now, you spent a long time training for this fight, and in the beginning, the opening round, Blagoy Ivanov came right at you, landed some power shots, put you against the fence. What were your thoughts at the end of that first round? Did you feel you were behind? Tell me.
Твои мысли в конце первого раунда, после того, как Благой Иванов тебя атаковал, прижимал к сетке и так далее. Твои мысли?
На самом деле, это вещь, которую я боялся, потому что, открою небольшой секрет, за 2 недели до боя я получил травму ребер, вот, и благодаря доктору, который меня лечил, спасибо ему, я сумел восстановиться. Я боялся, что, почувствовав давление около сетки, мне будет тяжело, но я это выдержал, и во мне появилась очень большая уверенность, что я смогу закончить бой в втором раунде, потому что оппонент устал.
Yeah, well, I was afraid of that because I'll open you like a little secret. 2 weeks before the fight, I had a slight injury in my rib cage, so I was afraid at this position against the cage. But I knew that he will get eventually tired after that, so I felt that he was tired, and I just took this opportunity and finished him.
Of course, this sets up his rematch with the fellow Russian, the heavyweight champion, Vitaly Minakov. How do you feel about that fight? What's your message to him?
Рематч с Виталием Минаковым. Что ты бы хотел ему сказать?
I feel that I'm 100% ready for this fight. I'm very excited with the new title shot, and I will ready much more than for this fight. I will work very hard, and I'm really motivated. After my loss to him, I'm motivated to take my belt back.
That's going to be a great fight. Let's give it up for your heavyweight tournament winner, Alexander Volkov, ladies and gentlemen.